It's Nay, and welcome to Hey Nay. First, I just want to say it's been 30 episodes. It's the 30th episode, and I just want to say that thank you so much for allowing me to do this. I does seem like I'm kind of doing this for myself because I find so much, I guess, meaning in doing these videos. Um, So I think even if no one was watching, I would probably still be doing this. But thank you for those of you who do watch. Um, the tone of this episode is going to probably be a little bit more serious than the others. As you can see, the headline of the topic, it's trust and dating. And this is a topic that I wanted to do for a long time. There's a topic that many other people have wanted me to do for a long time. And I was waiting for the right time to do it. And I think that the 30th episode is the best time to do it. So I want to get into it so I don't waste too much of your time. But first, I asked one of the Hey Nay writers told me what trust means to them, and I think it's important to get perspective when it comes to this. This person said, "Trust for me means that you can be sure your significant other will do the right thing, both when you are around and when you're not around." And I must say I resonate with that reasoning. I think that's important. And I think the way we see trust has an impact on us. The first question, are you someone who easily trusts other people? I would say that with small things, yes. I do easily trust people. I think, and I think that's okay to trust people with small things, like, okay, I'm trusting you with this, or I'm trusting you to watch my phone, or I'm trusting you, to, check on my car. Here's my car keys, go check on it. Like, trust like that. I know for some people that might not be small, but to me, it's not that heavy. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's important to me, but it's not grave. It's not a grave importance. So I think though that's okay. And I think I do easily trust people. If I know you and you seem trustworthy, and what trustworthy means, that you seem like a person that I would typically trust, then yes, or if we have some sort of relationship established, then you pretty much have a good part of my trust. Do you feel like you are someone who easily gains other people's trust? Me personally, I would have to say so. I think people do tend to trust me with what they tell me, and that's because they know that it's going to be between me and them. They know that I'm not going to say anything that they tell me, no matter how insignificant it is. If they say, like, I really need to talk to you about something, or they have a serious tone, then it's between me and them. Confidentiality is huge, and I think that's what the Hey Nay writer was saying, is that what's between me and you is between me and you, and that is important. And I remember saying this, if I can remember, I forgot what episode it was, but I was saying how you're in a relationship with one other person, not you and everyone else, and that applies with your friendships. That applies with if someone is talking with you about something, that's between the two of you. You know what I mean? If that person is willing to tell a whole bunch of people, or you're hearing this in a group setting, then that's different. Then that's between all of you. But it's not for you to to share, or to I always say this: a person came to you, or your partner came to you with this information for a reason, or because they value you. Don't take that lightly. What leads you to trust in your significant other? Obviously, cheating would be one, but are there other things, perhaps less serious, what leads you to lose trust in your significant other? Obviously, cheating would be one, but are there other things, perhaps less serious, that still allow you to lose their trust? Yes. If you say something that I wanted to stay between me and you, to be out in the open, and it doesn't even matter how insignificant. If I wanted it to just be between me and you, then just stay between me and you. If you're telling me, like, I'm going to tell them about this, then that's a little different. you're coming to me asking me if it's okay for you to say this, then yeah. And I mean, like, silly things, it's okay to, like, break out. But, like, I'm a person who likes to keep my personal life as personal as possible. So what happens between me and my partner happens between me and my partner. Everyone else doesn't really have to know, and I like it that way. It makes what I have with that person more special, more, you know, I guess, more unique, more, isolated, and it makes it its own thing, and I like that. You know what I mean? I like, even with celebrities. I love celebrities who relationship is not all in their face. You know what I mean? I think that's so cool. Like, everyone, this is a trending topic online right now, is that J. Cole is married, and he's been married for a year. I think that's great. And a lot of people didn't even know he was married. That's okay. Everyone doesn't need to know every little thing about your life. And what happens between you and your wife, in his sense, is between him and his wife. You know what I mean? Everyone doesn't need to know that. And I think there's power in that. And it really does make what you have a lot more special. Everything doesn't always have to be in your face. What's the most difficult thing for you to trust your significant other with? Meaning, what would take the longest amount of time for you to gain their trust with? Well, it would be, it would be something very, very personal. For example, I would have that I'm willing to share online would be, I guess, about my family, or family history. I think that would be something personal that I would share with people. I mean, when I was younger, I kind of shared a little bit too much. Um, but some people still don't know all the details and everything, or confused. So I don't really talk about it as much anymore. But if that's something that I share with you, then that's something very personal to me. Um, and that's hard for me to do. So if I do that, know that it's difficult, and know that it's important to me. So, and this applies to everyone else. So if someone is sharing something that you know is very difficult for them, or they don't normally talk about, and they choose to share that with you, then that's when you know it's important, and you have to take that to the heart. You know what I mean? Because it may not have been easy for them to say. So you just have to be open and accepting, and I think that's the key. I think that's the key to that. Would you feel okay if your significant other didn't trust you with something? And what if you were married to them? I would totally be okay with my significant other not trusting me with something, as long as it doesn't, affect me directly. Like, they have some sort of, disease, or, you know, or something, in which then they have a completely different name or something, and they have a whole nother identity. Those are things that I would want to know. I wouldn't want you to hide that from me. But if there's something else, something personal, and, um, you know, I guess more emotionally tied, or traumatized, then I would want you to tell me when you are ready. I don't want to know sooner. When you are ready, that's when I want to know, because when you're ready, then that means that you're also ready to, like, move on. You're ready to grow from that experience, and sharing that with me means a lot. So only tell me when you're ready, and I think we should take that. I think a lot of relations, we try to force our partners to tell us everything about them. No, let it come naturally. Let them want to tell you. There's, I want to say, real feelings stem from that. And if we were married, I would hope that we would already have established this. And I think you shouldn't necessarily marry someone if they haven't shared something very personal with. So if you don't know, very, personal things about your partner, or you don't even know about their family, or you don't know about, their history, or their aspirations, then you shouldn't be with that person. You shouldn't be marrying that person. And I think that's important to know. So that even shouldn't even be a question, you know. You know, my wife walking down the aisle will be that will be it. You know what I mean? In my mind, I hope that I will know that this is the person for me, flaws and all. That's why the vows always say, for better or for worse. Um, would you feel okay if oh, I said that one. Cool. Oh, so the other thing is that um, one of the Hene writers shared that, you know, that sometimes when people say, you know, I don't trust you, the significance behind that, and, you know, how that kind of can hurt the person when you say that. And people don't really understand how important trust is. Trust is so valuable. People use it so lightly. Oh, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with this. I don't trust you with that. Blah 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 blah. But trust is huge. Trust is something that's it's important. It's I don't know how else to explain it, but it's I wouldn't say I don't trust you unless I really did it. And we can't use that as an excuse for, you know, paranoia or, you know, self-doubt or, you know, things of that nature. We can't say, "Oh, I just don't trust you," or "I just don't," we can't do that. Trust is saying that you don't trust someone is pretty much saying that, or saying you don't trust your partner is pretty much saying that you don't want to be with that person, because you should not be in a relationship with anyone you don't trust. It's as if you're saying, I can't, you know, I don't know anything about you. I don't know what you will do. We should know what our partners would do. You know what I mean? So we have to stop using that phrase, I don't trust you, unless we actually mean it. And if we mean it, then that's something that we probably need to talk more about, you know. And this is more in a serious case. You know, I know some of us say it, you know, as a joke. And if it's different as a joke, but if you're saying it, you know, not as serious, but not like a joke, just like, you know, I don't trust you with that, you know, that's deep, you know, that's a little deep. And I think there's something else, another conversation that needs to be had for that. Um, and just before I wrap up, and I know it's a long one, but I hope you can bear with me since it's the 30th episode. What trust means to me is what trust means to me in a relationship is that you are important. That you are important enough that you deserve a part of me, a part of who I am, a part of who I'll become. And if you keeping that trust is like treasuring gold in a sense. You're taking care of something that's important to me. I hope that you all took something from this episode. And I trust that you will learn more. Remember to always start your day off with a hey. Bye.